Okay, hello. My name is Cliff Fortin, Coach Fortin. I'm the head football coach of the co-op of Exeter, West Greenwich, and Prout in Rhode Island. I've been a head coach. This is going into my second year as a head coach. I've been an assistant coach for about 14 years, 9 at Coventry High School, and a few more over at Johnston High School. What I'm going to go over today is play our jet package that we put in together. Very successful for us. You get to the outside. We do have some fast kids, so it does help with speed. Does help with big kids on the offensive line. So I'm going to get right into that, right from the playbook. As you will see when we put up the playbook, this is what our players look at. So when we hand out the playbook, it's the description of what the play is, how the play looks, and then underneath it, each individual position and what their responsibilities are. And then we attach a clip from the previous year to show what the play in general looks like. I'll show these two plays, and then I'll get into how we actually put the play together during practice. So let me just start from the beginning. So this is our wide package. I can run multiple plays out of this package. It gets us to the outside. At the same time, it shows what we can do on the inside. I can do a guard trap. I can do a belly. So you can't really spread out. If you do, I come inside. It's kind of a game of chess, so to speak. So I'm going to play this into its entirety, and then I'll go back and break it down a little bit. So here we go. There's our motion. And that's basically what jet looks like. That's jet at 8. That's our wide jet at 8. A couple of key factors. The most important factor is our offensive tackle and guard. If the guy is on the guard, we don't pull him because he can disrupt the play. So we tell our tackle right here to get to the outside of the last guy on the line. And then we put a lot of emphasis on the wing back. The wing back has to get to the outside backer, has to seal that off. So when they do it, we get positive yards. If he just taps them, then we get, not as much, but we get a little bit. I shift over the fullback. It's kind of hard to see, and you don't really pick up on it as much. So as we come out in motion, the ball is gone. As you can see, my tackle decided to double. So he came into the gap. Normally I leave that to the guard to handle. We do a combo block, and then I would send that tackle outside to pick up the mic. Considering we have the right halfback take care of the outside backer and the fullback leading the way. What happens here is we see the fullback sees the Mike linebacker coming in, so he shaves off of his alley where he should be running to pick him up here, not understanding that he's already out of the play because we have the block here. So the right halfback is on the inside shade. I would like him more on the outside shade, to be honest with you, to seal this lane off. And then the next portion is we come here. That's a great seal from the split end. It's you can't ask for anything more than that. The guy comes to the inside. We stay with it. We stay with the block as we come. Because we didn't get a proper block here, they're able to come and just slow him up a little bit. But here comes the safety, which if the fullback went to his right spot, he'd be picking up the safety. And we still get positive yards. So that's some of the things that we like to see. Again, here's another play. Same team, more positive yards. We're in the wide formation. Here comes the jet. Breaks out of there, and more positive yards downhill. Now, the difference with this play right here, again, I said I can go inside, outside. We got the jet game, then we got the jet one, where it looks like the guard traps. That's why we put the fullback. We don't veer him off a little as much. We leave him right behind the quarterback. And what that does is it keeps the inside backers inside, so that we're able to get more positive yards to the outside. If you take a look at what happens with the line, we pull the guard, he's not on his head. The offensive tackle goes inside. That was a mistake on his part. He should be reaching. So even though we made a mistake there, we hold up everybody because of the push from not the push, just because of the fullback opening up, looking like he's going to get the ball. We get a little chip here, enough to slow the rusher down, which I'm very thankful for that. He breaks off of it because that's our halfback. He's very good at what he does. He's able to break a tackle, come down, and make positive yards. Doesn't take on a hit, kind of puts his shoulder down and delivers the hit. So this is what it looks like right here. Again, it's one of our big plays. Most of the time we're seeing an even front. You can do it again against an odd front. The key right here is attacking the defensive end, making sure you get the outside shoulder. And even if the end's pushed over, the same thing, we have to get to the outside, and then the halfback has to get to the same backer. Back to the perfect world. Fullback comes inside, and it's able to sustain an outside run. That's just from a wide point of view. We get into a different formation, which is our twins right formation. Same rules apply. When it's in gun, if the tackle's over the guard, we'll still pull the guard, because at that point he's not going to be able to get there. We'll have the center give him a chip, and we can get to the outside. This is a very successful play for us, as you will see. Twins right is basically two split ends to each side, and then when I say twins right, the fullback goes to the right. If I said twins left, the fullback goes to the left. So that we're in a twins right, jet at 8 right now, and we're off. Good play right there. Good downfield blocking. I was very happy with it. Brought in the halfback a little tight because I'm playing a wide 5. We get to the outside. Blocking's not what it should be, but again, we're able to get positive yards. To show that play again. Okay, there you go. We're in a twins right formation. I made twins right tight. He played a wide 5. This is against Johnston, really athletic team. The DB, we know we can get hands on. He kind of crashes a lot, and in a similar situation, number 5 right here. So as we come in motion, he's going to want to box to the outside. We turn him. That's what we want from a fullback. Okay, gets to the outside, doesn't just stop there, turns his body, shows his back to the outside, and gives us this running lane. Unfortunately, we stop, but he still puts his arm out and he gets positive yards. So these are the plays again that are very successful for us. Another formation is our trips right under Tennessee. So instead of giving a halfback an opportunity to run to the outside, now this is the fullback. We throw 3 split ends to the right side, 1 to the far side. For some reason, I like to run jet to the boundary. A lot of people don't. I find it where not too many coaches pick up on that. So here's our trips right. Tennessee 8. Tennessee represents the fullback. God pushes outside, and there's the speed. Again, as we come out, the key is the blocking from the split ends. Right here, the tackle, he gets pushed back a little bit. He kind of gets caught off guard. Doesn't take a proper power step, and then he's a little too high. Over here, we're engaging. We're getting our hands on the defender. Here comes because the tackle got pushed back, messes up the guard where he needs to be. we would like the guard to flow down the field a little bit more. Pure athleticism. Again, split ends are down the field, continuing making blocks. Safety comes down. And again, the split end, if the split end stood with his block, we'd be able to get into the end zone. Okay, so here's the play again. Trips right under. This is where we get all the blocks are done correctly. The split ends get where they need to get. They come inside a little bit as a defender. We notice that they're coming with the blitz. They're inside, way to the outside. Great positive yards right there. Again, it's really the split ends. We're really counting on the split ends to get to the outside shoulder and seal off. The down blocks from the center and covering the guard, as you can see, really takes a toll on a blitzing linebacker. That's where analytics come involved. We knew we had an idea of what they were going to do on second and long, so we came to the outside and got positive yards. And every coach likes to get positive yards. So them again, it's a couple different ways of opening up the jet game. I know I showed a lot to one side. So now here's jet to the other side. Twins left, jet at 9 again to the boundary. We get outside. Fullback is down the field. Split ends are down the field, making blocks. This is key. We needed this win to get to the playoffs. It was a pretty competitive game. Again, second and long. Analytics come involved. We know that they're going to think we're going to go to the outside, to the field. The way they put their defensive package together, if you see, they kind of show what they want to do. They want to take away the field from us. It all starts right here. The tackle doesn't engage as much as I would like him to, but he keeps them contained. I'd like to see him on the outside a little bit more, but we're able to get to the outside. Our split end right here seals them right off. We normally want to get to the outside shoulder, but if they take the outside away, we will drive them to the sideline. We have the halfback already engaging in the linebacker before he moves. And here's our fullback. Our fullback is eyeing the other linebacker, and we're off because we have everybody blocked. We're down. Now, if he stayed with that block, we would probably end up in the end zone. I'll show you. That's not it. Sorry. Okay, so now, again, it's a jet play. It's trips. It's out of our trips package, but this is the counter. I believe in any package that you should have play action. You should have some type of inside game and outside game. Then we started running trips. Analytics are going to tell us they're going to overload to the outside, especially in the goal line. So we just decided to run the counter right off of it. They kind of missed a couple of blocks, but if you can see where their defenders are. So I like to look from the center over. They got 3 guys to the left, and they have everybody else to the right. That's telling me they're overloading, and they've been doing it for quite a while in this drive and in the past games. This is how they set up to the trips right. So we show it. There's trips right. Right here, we tell the guy, if he gets outside of you, just throw him outside. Don't chase him. If you try to chase him, you're going to get in the way. I'm going to run the play to its entirety. Good way to it's just a counter of showing jet to one side. You come out, we'll show it to the other side. That's Malachi, great athlete, gets into the end zone. I think he reached the end zone about 11 times this year. He's actually committed to go to, UMass Dartmouth. A tremendous player. Here it is again. I'm just going to pause it right here. Good vision. If he goes to the outside, he's not going to make a tackle. He's not going to make a play. The fullback went way outside. I would like him inside to cut this off. our halfback sees it. I mean, I'm sorry, my front end split end sees it to the front side because we pull all of them. So he gets a hand on him. The guy falls. We jump over. Comes inside the other guy, and he's in the end zone. So some of the plays that I want to talk about today, coming in with the jet. Same thing with the rocket. I just don't have any video applied to it yet. But we'll go twins right. Put the right halfback in motion, and we'll toss them to get to the outside. The way that we do our practice is quite simple. We have intermediate times where we put packages together. These are all the plays that we run, and all different formations. So like anything else, you have to break down different time codes to run an offense, and on offense and on a defense. So we spend quite a bit of time on the offensive line. I have two coaches that dedicate themselves to the offensive line. So what we'll do is we'll have individual period. I don't have it up here. This is how we have a different practice schedule on a different platform. So what we do is during the individual time, I will have a coach. We go over quick hits. What the quick hits mean is we'll spend 5 minutes on different blocking schemes. So we will dedicate 5 minutes for reach blocking, whether it's to the right, to the left. While we're doing that with the offensive line, we're doing the same thing with the halfbacks. We're dedicating 5 minutes every day to reach blocking. We're doing the same thing with the split ends. We're dedicating 5 minutes every day, just in the individual time of let's just get our blood going. Let's go out there and let's make some blocks. The fundamentals, the techniques of each block happens in our spring training into our training camp. So when we get into the season, we don't have to put a lot of time into teaching the portion of, stepping with the right foot, attacking what shoulder. That's already done during spring camp. Once we're done with the 5 minutes of the individual, we still put in more time. We still have individual exterior run. I won't tell you all about the other stuff because we're talking about the jet series. So we will put in about 15 more minutes of exterior, 10 to 15 minutes of exterior run. If we're having trouble with the blocking scheme, or we know if another team is really going to stop us, we'll get into a little longer of practicing the exterior run. The exterior run is another 10 to 15 minutes of offense on an offensive day, which we run that about twice a week. And it's going over the jet, rocket, Tennessee. It's all reach game. Attacking the outside shoulder, right halfback, making sure that we're blocking schematically to what he needs to get to. Targets, we're always targeting. We never say, go get that player, go get that area. Make sure we know where we need to be and what the play is. That's the most important factor in all this. So I'm gonna get back to the jet at 8 and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So the right halfback, the right tackle, all have the same duties. They have to get to the outside shade. We see a lot of ends that go inside, but if we turn them over, it's of course not gonna look good. We will tell our tackle reach to the outside. So everything's the same. No matter where the defensive end lines up, on, inside, or out, 5 technique. If he gets to the 3 technique, then obviously it's the guard. But it's the same scenario. Reach to the outside. Excuse me. The right halfback, you have to reach to the outside. And for some reason, the sandbacker blitzes and the mic comes over, you got the area. That's why we concentrate on the area more so than the player. If he comes inside and he tries to come underneath and the mic linebacker comes over, it kind of makes a mess of what we're trying to do. And that's, I'm going to get back to the video. And that's why it's very important to make sure we know exactly what our key points are. And you'll see when you make a mistake, and this is a perfect example of making that mistake, when you're not on the same page and the tackle blocks down, opens up this area. So that's why we don't tell each player you have this guy to block. It's the area. So if a guy shows up in your area, you're able to take it. Now this was a wide angle. Now we had to try to come down the block. Could have been charged for holding maybe, but athleticism sometimes always wins. So now we're able to get to the outside and come down hard. When things look good and all the blocks happen, it's like poetry. It's a play comes out really well, and you'll see the difference between the tackle blocking down to the tackle coming out, getting to the outside shoulder, standing him straight up. Now there's not a cluster over here. Now we have a running lane. We have 3 guys onto 2. But when you stop and you don't attack the outside shoulder, this is pretty good. You're going to see he's able to get off and come down, even though he won't make the play, but he's there. And we try to tell our guys, make sure that we're blocking every single time we're blocking 100%. That we're not trying to stop our feet. We're not trying to get away from our techniques. So that's basically how we put the jet game in. So if you want to contact me for any reason, I'll be more than happy to send you some film. You can get me on Twitter at Coach Fortin. That's Fortin. Thank you.